college football fans, and welcome to 3 and Out College Edition right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Alright, y'all, we got so much to get into today because playoffs are starting in certain regions. Final weeks are here in other regions in the high school football setting. We had some upsets, my God. Almost every single really good ranked on the ranked game in the 3-6 last week was an upset. My gosh, how about this? How about this? American River over Butte, Citrus over Cerritos, crazy. Modesto even defeated Contra Coast. And Allen Hancock over Canyons. Yes, Reedley was the only one who took care of business over Sequoias. So how about that to start off the week? And then, of course, this week, got some pretty good ones. But in the NJCAA last week, my gosh, Trinity Valley and Kilgore was supposed to be a good one. It wasn't. It was lopsided. And guess what? It was also an upset. My gosh, so many upsets last week, even in the NJCAA. Oh man, let's see, we got some goodies this week in D3. We didn't have much there. D2 was a blast, and oh yeah, can we please not mention Utah beating the crap out of our Trojans because the Trojans for some reason forgot how to play football, and it's like, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready to rock and roll because we got a little special topic today. BS Hyde. Oh, let's see this. You are now tuned in live at 3 and Out College Edition right here on IE Sports Radio. Your direct feed for all. That is Welcome, college football fans. My goodness, it's been too long. Just kidding. It's been a week. And it's been a fun week, and we've been doing our thing, and we've been having fun, because we love our football, right? So, all right, y'all, we're starting things off this week, of course, with a funny little topic, because this is so hard to believe, and my gosh, it's going to be some fun stuff. But before we do that, y'all, first things first, got to introduce my boy, man. He, of course, is the host of the SoCal Supreme Sports Show here on IE Sports Radio. He's the host of Set Point here on IE Sports Radio. He is the co-host of this show. He is like the biggest help in the world with our YouTube channel, organizing everything. And, of course, he's IE Sports Radio Hall of Famer, dear friend of mine, ladies and gentlemen, of course, Mr. Taryn Rodriguez. What's going on, man? How you doing this morning?
Hey, Larry. It is great to be on with you. We have a lot to get into, and I'm excited to discuss it with you.
Hey, brother, as always, man, it feels mutual. Glad to have you here, brother. And it's just, it's awesome, man. We got so many great things going on. I mean, we talk about high school in a few minutes. My gosh, I mean, Modern Day looked a little human again last night, versus Rancho Santa Margarita. So I'm just saying, like, it's crazy to think, man. We have so many cool things to get to. And, of course, I mean, last week there were some good ones. My gosh, especially Montana State knocked off Sacramento, man. It was a good game. So happy for that Montana State team. But, yeah, man, I mean, we got lots to get into. Like I said, last week we just had all kinds of stuff. It was just crazy. Today is just going to maybe be a little random, but I don't know. We had some good ones. Definitely today, the game of the week is something that I wouldn't even think is the game of the week. But hey, we'll see. Let's see how it looks. Once again, we had some good ones. Michigan in the Paul Bunyan Trophy was a snooze fest, as we thought it would be. But there were some really good games. Florida State did away with Duke like we thought they would, which, kind of wish that'd be a closer game. But there's so many games to get into this past week, Taryn. But there's just one thing we have to start today's show off with, Taryn. And, all right, here we go. We've talked about this before. You and I have talked about this on this show. My wife and I have talked about this on our show, The Sports Club Perspectives, on Friday evenings. Taryn, it looks to me, via Flemlo Raps on YouTube, that it looks to me that good old Bishop Sycamore is at it again, Darren. And I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. It's so funny because it's so, like, okay, look, it's hilarious for one, but on the other hand, it's actually, like, disheartening, and it's almost like, how the hell did that happen? Or are you serious? Like, I don't know, Darren. Last night, I was just happened to jump on YouTube real quick, and I happened to see Flemlo's video. Then I watched it, and then I went down the rabbit hole. I freaking went on Max Preps. I was looking at the school, Life Christian Academy. They're going to face, apparently, coming up next week. Darren, it's real. It's actually I think it's going to happen, and Darren, brother, can you help me out here, man? I don't even know what to say anymore.
Yep. The Life Christian Academy is going to be playing Bishop Sycamore on November 9th. And it's going to be played at the infamous Virginia State University, which, yikes. I guess that's a good place to play it. You must have a lot of money if you're playing it at a university.
I don't know what to say. Okay, so everybody here knows the backstory, so we don't have to get into it. We don't have to talk about how this crazy dude, man, I don't even know. Oh my gosh. So I guess we have to give some kind of, for anybody who's living under a rock, which I'm pretty sure you have, but really, 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 really fast. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this guy by the name of Roy Johnson started this fake high school with no teachers and nothing, actually, just a name and apparently a mascot, and he got them some uniforms. Sweet. They didn't match. Homeboy, the quarterback, had a freaking red face mask. Everybody else had different color face. Things were just so jacked up. They played a couple of different schools, like, within days of each other. They decided that scheduling the IMG Academy was going to be a good idea. After losing on Friday night, they play them on a Sunday, which is, that's just horribly stupid. The team is made up of a bunch of dudes who are really trying to make something out of football. Some of them are freaking out of high school already and played junior college. Some of them are in their 20s. Some of and the sad part is, it was a bunch of dudes who, some of them really, probably could ball, and a lot of the other ones just, probably weren't even that good, but they just love football so much they want to go out there and play. This dude he rented out hotel rooms in their name. He got their social security number. These kids trusted him. He did some horrific things in front of them. This dude, he really tried so hard to make this thing, that whatever the hell it was, work. Let's just be real, Taryn. He should be in freaking prison for the crap he pulled, man. This is fraud times 2. Yeah, my wife and I watched BS High this year, of course. I know you did too, Taryn. And it was just seeing him laugh about this and feel like he's done nothing wrong. And Darren, dude, I want to crack this fool, man. He pissed me off. I can't believe this cat. And then, I heard Flemlo's response video, and he was getting heated making the video. How is this dude not in jail, man? So you're telling me this dude who did all this crap, he did it again? A couple years later, Darren, he's back. Once again, it's laughable, but it's infuriating at the same time. So, Darren, please talk to us, brother. What do you think anything different? We haven't heard crap yet. how do you think the guy even pulled it off? I don't know, man, but apparently it's gonna happen. Darren, give us your thoughts on this, man.
He must have had a darn good lawyer if this guy is not facing any jail time. And if this whole Bishop Sycamore thing didn't go 6 feet under. So I just have nothing. It's just baffling, if you ask me. And I basically was about to say, this with all the stuff he's done, he should have been Dum Dum of the lifetime. But
Yeah.
apparently, this dude seems to have an escape route to basically go off of when it came to everything that he was indicted for or tried for.
Yeah, and absolutely, man. Taryn has one of the best segments on any podcast ever. Of course, the Dum Dum of the Week. I laugh every single week. If I don't hear him live, I hear it on the recording. I mean, this guy, I love the Dum Dum of the Week because it's hilarious. Taryn finds some people who actually do really dumb things on the show.
Like the Raiders starting Brian Hoyer.
Like the Raiders starting, no, that deserved, that had to have been like at least, that's like Dum Dum of the decade at least. I mean, come on, bro. Like, no, yeah, you put some funny ones out there, man. Like some really funny ones. But yeah, I mean, man, how about Brian Hoyer? What about the Raiders even giving McDaniel? How about him? How about he signing?
Well, yeah, it was I gave it to McDaniels for starting Brian Hoyer. So yeah, that was my.
Actually, I give it to Davis for hiring that idiot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway,
yeah, sorry, we're getting off topic here.
But dude, I don't understand. Like, I don't know. It's disheartening. It bothers me. I don't understand how this dude can do this again. Who is he trying to dupe this time? For all we know, this fool somehow, some way went straight edge and did it the right way. I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. Maybe he got him with some good people. And he's just coaching now or something, and he got the funds to do what he really wanted to do. I don't know. I don't know. Guess that's just the benefit of the doubt. But from what he's done before, this dude belongs in jail. I'm sorry. Like, he did some horrible crap. These kids did not deserve that. He jacked them up. Credit is a real thing, Taryn. You know what I mean? Like, this is all there is to it, man. Credit is a real thing. He jacked up some of these guys' credit, man. Like, credit in, and I'm a proud capitalist, proud American. You know, Taryn, as well as I do, man. Credit's almost better than money sometimes. You know?
Oh yeah.
So if you jack up your credit at a young age, then you're already setting yourself up for failure, and you got to pull yourself out of that. But the worst thing, Taryn, is these kids. Some of them got jacked up credit because of this, and it wasn't even their damn fault. Like,
yeah, it's just baffling, and credit is basically like an amplified version of cash. It's basically like income as well, and then eventually you're gonna have to pay off that credit as well. You're gonna have to pay off your credit card too, otherwise it's gonna get like put on hold, and eventually you're not gonna be able to have it anymore.
No, it's true, man, and it's sad. It really is. It's sad, you know. I mean, I know what it's like to have some credit issues, you know, in my younger days, and it sucks, dude. It really does. And even that, it wasn't even a big deal. It was minor. You know, I didn't get this crap, you know, like freaking hotel rooms and all this money in my name, and especially at a young age. I don't know. I just feel horrible. He duped these kids. I mean, I don't know, man. This dude's the scum of the earth, and somehow, some way, he got a chance. He's over there in the interview smiling about, oh, you're going to see us again. And, oh, it didn't. Oh, you're telling me it didn't work? Look, we're here now on TV talking, whatever. And it's like, dude, you're proud of that? Like, if your success is destroying lives just so that way you can get, like, FaceTime on TV, then you're a piece of crap, dude. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, I don't understand this. And yeah, man, I just...
Guy makes Antonio Brown looked like a great owner of the Albany Empire.
Man. Yeah.
Of the XFL. I'm sorry. It's just terrible. I totally agree with you.
Yeah, Aaron. It's disheartening. But,
bad owner. Yeah. Just gonna throw that.
No. Okay.
Sorry. Off.
You're good, brother. But anyway, man, we got so much to get to in so little time. And we're just gonna run through it. But anyway, man, that's our little take there of Bishop Sycamore. So it's gonna happen. We're gonna keep updates on it, and we're gonna tune in. We'll try to tune in. I don't know. Hopefully, it's not on ESPN this time, Taryn. But anyway, we'll see what's going on with this whole deal. Taryn, high school has gone into the playoffs. A lot of the Southern section, at least here in CIF Southern section in Southern California where we live, the last games were played last night. Week 10 has concluded. Of course, they bumped up the season. Really, usually it wasn't for another week or two. Especially when I played all those years ago, man, it was 2 weeks later today. That we were just finishing week 8 right now. So yeah, it's bumped up a lot since then. And well, nothing's going on, Darren. Nothing's going on. We had some good ones. I mean, every single game. Yesterday, Duncanville was supposed to play DeSoto. Apparently, due to bad weather, it got moved to today. So hopefully, it's much better today. But that's going to be a banger. That's going to be a fun game. Last night, let's see, Mater Dei would have. It looks like a little bit of a tough time with Santa Margarita, man. I had 35-19. I don't know. Maybe Santa Margarita got that much better. Maybe Mater Dei lost a little steam. I don't know, but. And regardless, though, that top 25 looking pretty good, man. Everybody's done their thing. Kahuku's getting ready. I think they got. Well, I mean, it's weird. It's they played all of their games, so I'm guessing this is their playoffs. They got Kapoli, I believe, coming up. So I mean, we see these different. All these other teams got like 1 week left and everything. So IMG Academy, I don't know, they're 7-0. I don't even think they have playoffs, right? They're that freelance stuff. So I don't know, man. But what I do know is that we're getting ready to set up for playoffs here in SoCal. Bishop Gorman, actually, number 1, they have their playoffs beginning this week, or next week, that is. So they're playing on the 3rd versus Coronado out of Henderson, which is the team that they destroyed 49-0 just last week. So that's their first round right there. So Bishop Gorman is just, they're rolling. And as we said last week, Taryn, let's just call it what it is. I really do feel, and this is something that we agreed on last week. I just felt like if Bishop Sycamore, wow, okay, well, there we go, Taryn. It's got me. If Bishop Gorman runs the table and somehow St. John Bosco were to run the table as well, I feel like Gorman's still going to be the national champs. But I feel like if Mater Dei runs the table, they will leapfrog Gorman. That's just my prediction. But anyway, Taryn, so that's pretty much it, though. Nothing really doing for high school this week, man. Just getting ready for playoffs. A couple playoffs getting ready to start this week, next week. And, yeah, nothing more on my end, Taryn. Anything from you for high school this week?
Well, yesterday was actually the last day of traditional leagues, of like all the leagues in the southern section, minus the Trinity League. The Trinity League is going to be staying, but every team in every league is going to be put into a big pot in terms of like CalPreps rankings. And then next year, based on like performance in leagues, they're all going to be put into a equity of a certain league, like an A league and a B league and a C league, depending on how good the team is. So there's no longer going to be like a Freeway League or a Sunset League or a South Coast League or any of those leagues. And I think the Big 8 League or the Big West League, I think those leagues are going to be gone. Or the league that Corona Centennial has been dominating for quite some time, that's going to be gone too. So yeah, it's going to be something we're all going to be getting used to, except for the Trinity League. Like I said, the Trinity League stays because they have their own set of rules. And yeah, I guess they don't want to separate. They know they don't want to separate Mater Dei and St. John Bosco along with the other Trinity League schools.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. What the crap? That's crazy.
Actually, oh, sorry, but I'm actually hearing that they might name some of these leagues after former players or former NFL players, like the Carson Palmer League or the who's another top former player in Southern California? The Carson.
Ton of them. Bobby Wagner. Well, he's still playing.
But... Yeah, Bobby Wagner. Yeah,
Interesting. So they're just gonna call these names. They're just gonna rename the league after players.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's an idea from what I heard.
Interesting. Okay. Well, hey, I mean that is very weird. I just I don't know, but weird. Regardless, hey man, I just hey. Oh, hopefully the game stays the same. We're good. But yeah, Terry, so we're getting ready for all that fun stuff. Thank you for that information because that's just absolutely crazy. But yeah, so there's a little bit of high school, man. Nothing crazy this week. Just looking out for some top players coming up in the playoffs. Who's going to stand out? Who's committing? Who's going where? We're getting to that time of year, and yeah. So, all right, Taryn, here we go, bro. On to the 3C2A, man. Last week was crazy. Last week was absolutely crazy. Number 7, American River will defeat number 5, Butte. Number 17, Citrus defeats number 15, Cerritos. Number 20 defeats number 13, Contra Coast. And number 22, Allen Hancock, defeats number 12, College of the Canyons. What the crap, man? These are all upset games. How about that?
Yeah, those are some big wins right there. There was also some other close calls. Golden West survived on the road against San Bernardino Valley.
They did. Applause. Applause. They fought, dude. They fought in that game.
Yeah, they even had the lead at halftime, and it looked like they had a chance, but Golden West, being the dogs that they are, unfortunately they kind of pulled away in that fourth quarter, but still a fantastic effort.
It was. That's crazy, man. Golden West, I don't know, man. This is something there. Good old Golden West, man. They had a rough game versus a very bad team. The Wolverines just haven't been good this year, and well, the Golden West somehow gotten a good one with these guys. They had their number. They must have prepared real well for this one. However, man, Saddleback. This is what, 4 in a row now, Taryn? As they defeated.
Yeah, I think it's 4 or 5 in a row.
Defeating the Griffins. I mean, yeah. I mean, how about that game, Taryn? I mean, Saddleback. And who are they? I keep on forgetting. They're not the Gauchos. Who are they again?
The Bobcats.
The Bobcats. I really have to get used to that, Taryn. I'm sorry. It's really weird.
It takes me to.
It is. It's like the Wave or the 49ers or the
the 49ers. Yeah.
What are they now? Long Beach State.
The Long Beach State is now known as the Beach.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so they went from the 49ers to the Wave to the Beach.
Well, I don't think they were ever known as the Wave. That's
the Wave? Oh, that's Pepperdine.
Yeah.
So they're just
they were going to be known as the Sharks, but now they're known as the Beach. But I digress.
You gotta love these name changes. But anyway, good for the Bobcats, man. They're doing good. But yeah, man, just some craziness, man. We've seen the 3C2As delivered some fun stuff this week. Once again, Reedley was the only team that took care of business at 6-1 now. They defeated Sequoias 24-17. But anyway, Taryn, that was pretty much it. RCC does its thing, destroying Southwestern 61-0. I mean, ouch. Mount San Antonio, of course, Mount Sac still undefeated, as they will defeat ELAC, good old East Los Angeles, man, 48-17. All kinds of, because I had high hopes for Mount San Jacinto defeating San Diego Mesa, but they didn't. Mesa will defeat them 46-27. So all these fun games this past week, Taryn. And well, now we head on to this week, and I got some goodies, some good ones here, man. I think we got some fun ones. Apparently, there's been 2 forfeits, Taryn. I don't know why. Fullerton apparently, or Grossmont apparently forfeits Fullerton. I don't know what happened there. I mean, everyone quit. Just kidding. I don't know. That's weird. We got that forfeit here, and there's actually one more forfeit, Taryn, this week. I think if I can take a look. Yes, Compton forfeits the game to Chaffee, and that's pretty crazy too. So I don't know why we're forfeiting. Maybe guys are just saying screw it and not wanting to play no more. I don't know.
Well, and Fullerton are both undefeated, but it's still there still has to be some reason why you're forfeiting. Maybe just because of low numbers or something of that sort. Like, you can't just forfeit and say, we know we're not good enough, so here's your win. Otherwise, OCC would have done that like a while ago. They would have done that as well. But at least they're trying.
The Raiders should do that. Hey, man, we just
There to go, free wins like Halloween candy.
I'm sorry, that was great. Oh, that was great. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, that was good. That was good. But yes, that's the Raiders should take note of this. Save us all the heartache. Just give them the win. We don't want to see it. Just give them the win. Anyway, so all right, Aaron. So coming up this week, man. Some good ones, though. We got Modesto and Reedley, a ranked-on-ranked game there. ELAC and Citrus, Butte and Sierra. Some good games, man. There's not too many good ones, but those are going to be... I'm excited to see Cerritos play San Bernardino Valley now, because if freaking Golden West is a pretty good team this year, freaking only one win, and somehow, some way, the Wolverines of San Bernardino Valley gave them one hell of a game, Cerritos better watch themselves, man. I don't know. That should be pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, and my games to watch for are obviously your beloved RCC Tigers taking on the Saddleback Bobcats. Let's see if the Bobcats can keep it going against Riverside. I'm pretty sure Riverside is going to beat them, just because Riverside's on a whole other level. But the game... Yeah, and I think the game of the week is probably Long Beach City versus Golden West. I think that's going to be a barn burner. I think Golden West is going to need to respond after that close win over San Bernardino Valley, while Long Beach is going to look for that big breakout win.
That is a great game there, Taryn. I like that one a lot. That's going to be a good one. Yeah, the Tigers hopefully will win. If they lose this thing, that's going to be that's their championship right there. But yes, good stuff. That should be a fun game, man. I don't know. I don't even really know. I mean, maybe if I were to say a game of the week, I mean, there's some good ones. You know what? I'm gonna go with, just because I feel like they're both evenly maxed. This isn't even because they're both good. They're just evenly maxed. I'm gonna go with Mount San Jacinto taking on Palomar today at Escondido High School, because they're both like not that great, but they're both even. You know, it's like watching, like, you know, it's like watching two decent teams play. You know, better than the Raiders, but not the Eagles. You know, it's like the Titans. It's like the Titans and the Vikings. Like, like you're both crappy, but you're not like horrible, but you're definitely not good. You know, so that's gonna be that is perfect for that game. I'm sorry. Yeah. I love that show. So, anyway, all right, there. So last week, man, in the NJCAA, wow, man, we had some games, bro. Like, we had some games. What makes me mad, though, is I really thought we were gonna have some fun ones. In the ones that I was like really hoping for to be really good, they really weren't that good. That's kind of, damn it, like, kind of sucks. Like, so the big one, of course, the big one that I was like really hoping was gonna be like the game, we talked about it last week, was Trinity Valley and Kilgore. And dude, Kilgore killed them, man. Like, Trinity Valley, man, they didn't have a snowball's chance in hell, man. Kilgore beat the hell out of this team, man. 30. I mean, and don't get me wrong, it wasn't like bad. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think it was bad because this is the fourth. They scored all their points in the fourth quarter, dude. Like, going into the fourth quarter, this game was 27-3. So Kilgore just absolutely dominated. Trinity Valley, I think, probably scored in garbage time or something, man. I mean, or maybe one in garbage time and one, and I don't know. But regardless, 37-17, man. Kilgore just proved their dominance. They are number 3, and apparently Trinity Valley is number 4. I mean, I didn't know. Damn, I really thought that for two teams that ranked that high, it would be a freaking barn burner, a good one. That, to me, would be like in the 3C2A. the Wrestlers and the Wolverines, or San Bernardino Valley SBVC versus Golden West. But no, man, Kilgore wasn't playing that. Homie, don't play that. They don't beat the brakes off of Trinity Valley, man. So, how about that one, Darren? I mean, do you have anything to say about that? We thought it was going to be good.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. This one was pretty much decided by, honestly, maybe halftime as well, if not maybe the third quarter, just
Yeah.
because Kilgore just straight up whomped all over Trinity Valley. And I mean, maybe it's just having the home field is just what really motivated Kilgore to basically lay down the whooping all over Trinity Valley. But it is what it is sometimes. Sometimes college football can be crazy.
That's for dang sure, Taryn. And then, of course, Iowa Western over Butler. That was a fun game. Iowa Western, the Reavers remain 8-0, defeating Butler 28-14. That was, or 28-21. Who else do we have here, Taryn? I guess really a few more. Let's see. Eastern Mississippi, or East Mississippi, does their thing again. Last Chance U. The original Last Chance U. They defeat number 15. Northeast Mississippi. And then Iowa Western and Dog City, man. They went at it. Freaking Dog City pulled it off, dude. That's crazy, man. Dog City. We are talking about this crazy, man. Dog City 5-3 now, and they send Iowa Central to 5-3. They defeated them 34-30. I mean, dude, how about that game? I thought that was pretty cool to see. But another one we've been talking about every single show we talk about this. Hutchinson and Iowa Western on the on the collision course to play each other again this year. Hopefully it's not a blowout. Hutchinson, man, the Blue Dragons, they looked human. They did. They looked human. They're 7-0 team, but they only won by 9 points over Garden City. And it's not. Don't get me wrong. Garden City's not bad. I mean, they are. I'm sorry. Garden City. I don't even know if they're ranked. They were 3-4 going into this game. I think they're ranked. Take a look at that real quick. But regardless, dude, Hutchinson, man. I mean, maybe this is one of those games where they had their number. I don't know. They definitely didn't win, but they sure as hell fought these guys. So I don't know, man. What did you think? So let me see. Wait, I want to take a look. Hold on. So Garden City, no, Garden City's not even ranked, dude. How about that, man?
Yeah, we had some interesting results this week, and maybe it's kind of a wake-up call for some of these teams, knowing that they're not all that invincible, and that it's any given Saturday when it comes to the NJCAA, and you just don't want to underestimate anybody. And whenever you're like one of the top-ranked teams or maybe a reigning champion, everyone's going to give you your best shot, and you just cannot underestimate anybody when it comes down to that.
That's for dang sure, man. So anything to add for the NJCAA this past week, man? Or maybe even this week?
Looking at this week's games, Iowa Central, I think Iowa Western might be a good matchup. Tyler Kilgore might be a good matchup because that's Kilgore's homecoming. Mm-hmm. So, and Mississippi Gulf. Wait, no, I'm never mind. I was gonna say maybe Trinity Valley, New Mexico Military might be a good matchup. Don't know how far New Mexico Military fell, but
that might be pretty good. The defending champions there, New Mexico, well, not defending, but from a couple years back, the Broncos, right, of New Mexico Military. And how could I forget? Yes, Iowa Central and Iowa Western. I have it written down right here. It's actually my game of the week. This is it, man. If Iowa Central wants any prayer of even being relevant in the playoffs, they're gonna knock off these guys right here. But I don't think it's gonna happen.
Right.
But some good stuff coming up this week, Darren, for sure, man. So, any others? Or are we off to the NAIA?
We're off to the NAIA.
All right, Darren. Well, last week, man, number 1 Northwestern College, the defending champions, the Red Raiders, because, hey, some Raiders got to win, right?
Yes.
The Red Raiders defeated Dordt 35-14. Not concerning, but then again, kind of like a... I get it. Maybe you don't got to beat the crap out of everybody you play. I get it, but I don't even know if Dordt was ranked or not. But regardless, oh yes, they were actually 22. They were ranked 22. Sorry. Regardless, though, good stuff there for those guys. And we were really banking on this game last week. College of Idaho. We had Number 10 College of Idaho taking on number 7 Carroll. In Taryn, this was an upset. This was a good game, man. College of Idaho freaking pulled this thing off 35-21, and it was at Carroll in Montana. That is pretty cool. We talked about this game last week. Another upset. College of Idaho, the Yotes, man, get this thing done in pretty good fashion too. That's a 14-point game, man. It's definitely no easy feat, and I don't know. I feel like that's a good football game, man. So yeah, we think about some of the games this week from the NAIA.
Yeah, and the College of Idaho and Carroll matchup never seems to disappoint. Those two always seem to play a great game when it comes down to it. So I thought that was a great game right there. And there were some other notable results. Morningside defeated Jamestown. I think those guys are known as the Jimmies. Marion took down St. Francis, which that's a pretty good win right there. So that's just a few of the notable wins right there. And looking down, yeah, that's pretty much it. Grandview took care of business, and Lindsey Wilson crushed their opponent. So
taking care of business, like Bachman Turner Overdrive said, man. BTO. I mean, that's exactly what it was. Rocky Mountain over Montana Tech, the two green Montana schools there. I think. Oh no, Rocky Mountain.
Yes. That was a great game right there. That was a doozy right there.
It was. I wonder where Rocky Mountain is. Are they in Colorado? I don't know where they are. They might be in Montana, but regardless, man. I just think we had some fun stuff this past week. And going into this week, Taryn, taking a look, I wanted to single out, as we always do, the players of the week for the NAIA. Because they have, of course, good stuff this week. So Rocky Mountain, of course, in Montana. So it is in Montana, my apologies. Looks like Graydon Buell out of Rocky Mountain. He's the junior quarterback. He tallied 400 yards in the 28-21 upset win over number 16 Montana Tech. Tossed 265 yards and 3 of his 4 touchdowns through the air. His 135 yards on the ground is the most rushing in a single game by a battling bear this season. Taryn, and they're the battling bears. I'm sorry, I want to be a battling bear too. That is like the coolest name ever. That is awesome. Anyway, we have here a defense player of the week, of course. Brendan Sanders out of Bethel, Kansas, is a sophomore DB. Snatched a 65-yard interception, which he returned for a touchdown. He added in 6 solo tackles, 1 for a loss. Also, Sanders recorded a pass breakup and a kick return for 23 yards in the victory over number 14 Southwestern of Kansas. And then the special teams player of the week, we had Luke Kreber, I believe, out of Kaiser, Florida. He's a freshman kicker, of course. Kaiser, the defending champions, Kaiser, the team who lost last year to Northwestern College in the championship. He converted a pair of field goals and 6 extra points in a 51-21 win over Southeastern Florida. Tied the school record for longest made field goal with a 48-yarder, and it is the longest field goal in the Sun Conference this year, and tied for the 13th longest in the NAIA. How about those guys, Darren?
Yes, great stuff right there. Great performances and great numbers that they all put up, and they deserve it.
They most definitely do, Taryn. Looking at the numbers this week, looking at some of these matchups, the NAIA, it doesn't disappoint. This is good football, and I just wish it was bigger, and that's why I'm glad we pushed this thing out. Because you get weeks like this, where you get a little something like this, Taryn. Northwestern College. Oh, yeah. Northwestern College. The number 1 team in the land. The team that is just so freakishly good. Well, they are taking on the defending champs from a few years back. Morningside. The Mustangs of Morningside, man. From Iowa. Both these teams, Iowa teams. Very, very good city. Very good game here. They're going to be taking place today in Iowa City. Looks at the home of Northwestern and Taryn. This should be a good one. This is definitely the game of the week. I mean, I don't really see. Friends taking on Bethel, good Kansas battle there, but yeah, that one right there has to be the game of the week. Like I said, I don't really see much more at all. I see a bunch of games that look good, but that right there has to have a big giant red circle around it, right?
Right, definitely. It's basically last year's champion taking on the champions of years past. So,
hmm
and I think this is basically the matchup, and I am so excited for this matchup. I really think this will be a barn burner.
Oh yeah, me too, man. It's good. This is number one versus number three. I mean, right now Grandview they're number two at 7-0. But yeah, I mean, we got some good stuff here, and that current top 10 is looking fun right now. We have the current top five actually. We have Wallace go from the 10, so Bethel out of Tennessee, Georgetown, College of Idaho, Lindsey Wilson, Kaiser, Marion, Indiana Wesleyan, Morningside, Grandview, and the number one Western. So yeah, man. I mean, taking a look there, certainly some good stuff there. And it's what you love. It's what you love to see. Some of these good games here. We're getting late in the season, so yeah, it's gonna be a great game. My apologies, I totally forgot to read the rankings, or at least the top 10 for all the schools this last past week. So in the 3C2, let me go back real quick, backtrack. So from 10 to 1, we have Ventura, Reedley, Butte, Golden West, American River. Then we have from 5 to 1, or the other one was 10 to 6, sorry. 5 to 1. College of San Mateo, Fullerton, Mount San Antonio, Riverside, and City College of San Francisco. Looks like CCSF is edging out RCC by 3 points, as the Rams have 266 and the Tigers have 263. So there we have it. And then, of course, floating on over to the NJCAA, as we just talked about a few minutes ago. Let's take a look at their rankings right now and see where everyone is. By the way, Ty Keys, man, he is over crazy. He's over 2,000 yards passing right now. He's at 2337 on the year. Kobe Masu, this dude, 1976 yards. Dude is getting down. Keys is also per game, man. I mean, it's 292.1. I mean, this dude is getting it. He's also leading the country in touchdowns. Ty Keeks, man, we got to take a look at where this guy's going, dude, because he's getting it right now. He's really getting it for East Mississippi. So, anyway, and then, of course, getting into the rankings. Forgot to mention him. So, getting into the rankings real quick. Right now, from 10 to 6, we have Dog City, East Mississippi, Trinity Valley. They will fall to 8. Copia Lincoln and Mississippi Gulf Coast. And then from 5 to 1, we have Snow, Jones, Kilgore, Iowa Western, and Hutchinson. So there you have it, Taryn. And then, of course, we can talk about the NAIA. So yeah, man, just lots of good stuff there as we head on into D3. So last week, Taryn, we didn't have crap in Division 3. It was boring. We didn't have much of a good week at all. Just a lot of, teams playing teams that we know they're going to beat. I mean, there were a few upsets, I think, sprinkled in there. If we could take a quick look at the notes. But yeah, Taryn, it wasn't, we talked about last week as just kind of one of those blah weeks. I mean, Mount Union defeated Wilmington 69-0. Cool. It was that kind of week, where everyone just kind of got their beatdowns in here. A good game, actually, though. We talked about this one because we know those Wisconsin teams, man. They freaking come to play in D3. Wisconsin lacrosse was challenged, man, by Oshkosh. They would win this game, but by a slim margin to an unranked team, 31-28. Goes to show you, man, some of these teams, it doesn't matter, ranked or not. Number one stays in business, of course. North Central out of Illinois, the defending champions, 49-3. They are here to stay, man. But I did tell you, we had a couple upsets sprinkled in here. The Johnnies, no, say it ain't so. The St. John's Johnnies. This is crazy because I didn't even know this was a school. Gustavus Adolphus. What is that? It's crazy. I've never even seen this logo before, but they would lose to them 38-35, so pretty cool. And yeah, so I mean, that's an upset. But other than that, Taryn, I mean, Whitewater is no longer ranked, or actually, I think they are. Whitewater. I'm sorry. They defeated Stout. Wisconsin teams are 37-20, so I guess it's not the ranking next to their name. But anyway, Taryn, there wasn't really much going on last week in Division 3 at all.
Yeah, it was a little quiet other than that Gustavus Adolphus win. And apparently they were founded in 1862. Just a little well-known fact right there.
Thank you, Terry.
So
Thank you.
you're welcome. And yeah, so the ranked teams that basically were ranked last week and that had matchups basically lived to basically fight. I wouldn't say fight another day, but they basically survived their matchups, or they just wound up winning handily.
They did in 1862.
Yeah,
The Civil
that's
War.
apparently so.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna whoa. That's going back. Wow. Dang. All right. Well, hey, there you have it. All right, man. So this week, I mean, I'm looking at, after looking over these
Yep,
games.
it was founded in 1862. I'm sorry, and apparently it got its name from Gustavus Adolphus, the King of Sweden, from 1611 to 1632. So we're just giving out history lessons on 3 and Out College Edition.
Great. Where's the applause? I like this. This is great. We got a Swedish.
It's located in Peter, Minnesota.
It's in Minnesota because it's a Scandinavian settlement. Yes, just kidding. That's awesome. That is awesome. I mean, really. I mean, there were Scandinavian people that lived. Anyway, I don't want to go into that. But anyway, dude, that's insane. That's well, yes, that was a team to knock off the ranked. But Taryn, that's awesome, dude. Thank you very much. Good stuff there, Taryn. Taryn's a Snapple, man. Just gotta let him go to work and he'll find you whatever. He's a bloodhound with some stuff, man. So great stuff, Taryn. So Taryn, this week, dude, it's boring again. It's just another one of those. It really is. Shout out to Jen B in the chat room as purple. Her Mount Union Purple Raiders are gonna play Otterbein. What is that? Taryn. Google magic. But yes, playing them this week. Johns Hopkins actually in Muhlenberg should be a pretty good one. But yeah, once again, just patting the stats, I believe. I mean, North Central and who is this? North Park. I mean, I just, once again, another one of those weeks, dude, where Pacific and Linfield should actually be a pretty good game over here on the West Coast. Also, Mary Hardin Baylor and Hardin Simmons, a little Texas matchup there. River Falls and Stout, two Wisconsin universities. Once again, we know those Wisconsin universities are fun to watch. Wheaton and Milliken, Aurora and Rockford should be good. Platteville and Whitewater, again, two. That's a good one, too, actually. Another Wisconsin deal there. St. Scholastica. Can they add to the woes of the St. John's Johnnies? Just kidding. No, the Johnnies will probably win that game. But anyway, regardless, nothing really, though, Taryn. I mean, honestly, it's kind of a snoozer this week. I don't really see anything. There's another team I never heard of here. It's Wisconsin Eau Claire, I believe. But they're taking on La Crosse, so La Crosse is a damn good team. So we'll see how Eau Claire is today. But anyway, Jen says here, she corrected me. So apparently this is an Ohio school. Or she went there or something. Otterbein. Help me.
I think it's Otterbein. And it's actually, from what, if I had to take a stab at pronouncing it.
I love their logo, dude. That's like a really buff foghorn leghorn. Like, I love this little guy. He's like confident. Look at him. He's like, that's right.
Yeah, I see it. It kind of looks like the old school Louisville Cardinals logo, if I had to guess.
Dude, I'm a fan. This little dude is. Look at him. He's like the Conor McGregor of what are they, the Cardinals? Is that a Cardinal? Is he a Cardinal? He looks like a Cardinal.
Yeah.
What are they? Are they the Cardinals?
Hang on. Yeah, they are the Cardinals. Yes. And their mascot is Cardi the Cardinal.
I am a Cardi fan. Look at him. Look at him. He's like, I'm going to kick your ass. Look, and he's got a grin on his face. He's got a grin on his beak. Oh, yeah. I'm a Cardi fan. This dude's he's all jacked too. Look at him. He's got he's got the Vince McMahon shoulders going on in the Vince McMahon walk. I low key think somebody actually was a Vince McMahon fan when they crew this bird. But this is great. I love this. Well, okay. Well, let's be real. Let's come back to planet Earth. Matt Union's probably gonna freaking beat them like 70-0 because that's what Matt Union does. But I don't care. This little bird is sweet. I love this school.
He just got out of a great workout.
Look at him. Yeah, this is like, yeah, what's up? This is great. And Jen B says here that, yes, it is in Ohio. It is confirmed, Taryn. It's in Ohio.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say Westerville, Ohio.
Westerville.
Founded in 1847
Did you
by
say
the church. Yeah, it says the university was founded in 1847 by the Church of the United Brethren in Christ and named for United Brethren founder Reverend Philip William Otterbein.
We learn things here on 3 and Out College Edition. That's what we do. That's right. Freaking educators. That's what we are. That's what we do. All right. Okay. So I looked in the chat room right now, and Jen B says they're 0-7. ...
Uh-oh.
Why you gotta do that to me, Jen? Why you gotta do it to me? Why you gotta say that? Why? Well, couldn't you just leave the record out and tell me that they're cool? Why couldn't you just do that? It says near Columbus. So they're near Columbus. This sucks. I don't give a crap. They have like the coolest mascot. I love that little bird. That little bird is sweet. Cardi the Cardinal. I love it. Alrighty, man. So here we go. On to, and I don't really, do you see anything else for D2 this week, Darren? Because for D3, I mean, because I don't see crap else.
I do not know.
Yeah. But we definitely learned that Cardi's the man. We also learned that it's by Columbus. We also learned that it's been around since, is it 1867?
Yeah. I think it was 1862. I want to say it was 1862 1847. 1847.
Man, that's before the gold rush. This is before the Civil War. Golly. And yeah, Jen B says Cardinal is Ohio State bird. Well, yeah, they're awesome. So that's awesome. Did not know that. But anyway, and of course, the Division 3 from 10 to 5, we have Rudolph Macon, Linfield, Johns Hopkins, River Falls, of course, Wisconsin River Falls, and Trinity out of Texas. And then the current top 5, these freaking Wisconsin schools, I'm telling you, man. Wisconsin Whitewater, Wisconsin Lacrosse, Wartburg. Why did I say it with a V? Like it's German. I just, because I don't know. But anyway, Wartburg, Mount Union, and of course, North Central. So good stuff there. Jen B is just going off in the chat saying, yes, 1847. This is before California was a state. Awesome. I love it. This is great. So, yeah. Marcus, by the way, big ups to you, brother. Says salute in the chat room. We're just having history and football today. That's what we're doing. That's on our agenda today. That's what we're doing, you know. History and football. They just go together. So, you know. Anyway, with that said, here we go into Division 2, Taryn. All right. So, last week, man, we had a bunch of really good ones. They were crazy. Like, really crazy. And, man, some of these ended up really, really crazy. So, the first of all these crazy games, we had probably one of the most wow games. Augustana, man. Number 21, Augustana defeated number 4, Minnesota State. 28-10. What the hell happened, Taryn? Did they get the freaking San Diego, the USD treatment where they lose all their players for one game? I don't know what happened here, dude, because they got beat down like they stole something, man. Augustana, number 21, Augustana defended their turf well. 28, that's an 18-point game, man, over number 4 in the country. That's a beat down, man. These fools wanted it, and you got to love it. right? Current, by the way, I mean it's crazy to see that. By the way, after we talked about this last week was crazy, man. Um, of course, we know that Ferris State lost to Grand Valley, which is amazing. Well, dude, no, the new number one in town is Colorado Mines, which is amazing. The School of Mines, of course. They took over, and they're number one, and they're running with it. They defeated the Black Hills 42-17. Incredible. We also had Emporia State, number 23, taking on Central Missouri last week. Well, Taryn, apparently Central Missouri wanted to prove that hey, we're number 17 and we want to beat number 23 like as worse as we can, and they did because they win 77-27. Like what the freak, man? These dudes apparently, yeah, I don't know. The Central Missouri, man, they went off. These fools went off, man. And apparently they're donkeys because look at their mascot. They're a red donkey. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, man. Number 13, West Florida looks to gain some ground. The Argos have just not had the best season, but they defeated number 6 Delta State 24-21 last week. Good for those Cats, man. Really good for those guys. They got a nice little victory there to move forward with their season. That's going to help them out in the tournament coming on up here. And yeah, so let's take a look here. I didn't really see anything else from this past week that was like eye popping or super crazy worthy. I mean, Ferris State, they dropped to number 5. They defeated Michigan Tech 35-21. They're trying to make up some ground there. Grand Valley wants to make damn sure that they're going to continue their run as the number 2 team now because they defeated Northern Michigan 73-14. So they're trying to pad the stats as much as they can and get those scores in because this team wants it. But yeah, Taryn, Division 2 last week. Oh, I forgot about this one. Elizabeth City, up unranked Elizabeth City defeats Virginia Union, number 24, Virginia State, 17-16 in a very good low-scoring battle there. But other than that, nothing much. Just kind of, we had some good ones there, and definitely some good ones this week. But yeah, Taryn, any thoughts on any of those games?
Yeah, and we actually had some defensive battles. We had Kutztown defeating Lockhaven 7-3, and we also had Millersville defeating Shippensburg 13-7. So there were some other notables right there, and there was also some close thrillers, which I think we're not going to ultimately get to all of them, but there were some definite notables and close battles.
Oh, there definitely were. And coming up this week, man, we got some fun ones. Western Colorado. Number 13, Western Colorado taking on number 1, School of Mines. I'm pretty sure that's going to go in School of Mines' favor. Regardless, though, that looks like a fun game. It's 2 Colorado schools. School of Mines is like, they're running with number 1 right now, man. This team they're going to fight like hell. They're not going to let that go. Especially how they got beat that one year, I mean, in the championship. This team wants it, man. Also, we have number 24, Valdosta State, and number 8, West Florida. The Argos are back to number 8 this week. So let's take a look at how these guys do versus Valdosta State out of Georgia. And that's really it, dude. We don't have no more ranked on rank for this week. But yeah, man, Division 2, you're going to get some fun ones every now and then. And yeah, these tournaments are going to be fun this year. Or this tournament, that is going to be a lot of fun this season, man. I am so damn excited for the tournaments because we get to see who's who, man. It's going to be fun. So really quick, the top 5 or the top 10 here, according to Division 2 or D2.com, we have from 10 to 6, we have Benedict, Bemidji State, Slippery Rock, Harding, and Delta. And then from 5 to 1, we have Ferris State, Minnesota State, Pittsburgh State out of Kansas, Grand Valley, and Colorado School of Mines. And our boy Marcus Lowe's Great says here in the chat room, it says, y'all gonna have me rooting for the Buffaloes today against the Bruins. You gotta love that. I mean, it's true. It's true, Darren. Because we don't cheer for the Bruins around here. I'm just kidding. Some people do, but we don't. So. Anyway, man. So moving forward, do anything there for D2 this week?
I think that is it
It,
on my end. Colorado Mesa and CSU Pueblo face one another. I think that's going to be an underrated matchup. That's kind of a little bit of a nice rivalry game right there.
yeah.
So nice unranked versus unranked matchup right there.
That's good. If it was, I don't know who it was, Mesa. Somebody I saw beat Adams State last week pretty handily. So you gotta love those Colorado games, man. Those Colorado, the D2. I don't know, man. D2 in Colorado is kind of like D3 in Wisconsin, man. Like they're good, fun, competitive football games. Like I love it, man. It's good stuff. So, alrighty, and then of course last week, dude, Montana State just putting it down, sending Sacramento. That was a good one, dude. Like that was a good game, man. Sacramento State. We had number 3 versus number 2 last week, and Montana State did it. They looked good. They really did. They looked good last week. Montana State, the Bobcats, really wanted it. Of course, we now moved into the FCS. Montana State, I love it because, like I said, the cupcakes are pretty much over for the season. I mean, there's a few more that are just kind of there that we're gonna have. But last week, man, Montana State 42-30, man, really good football game there. This dude Mellett, I think, their quarterback. I mean, he only threw for 99 yards, dude. But this dude over here, Davis, man, 12 carries, 110 yards, 1 touchdown. I mean, overall, man, this team looked good. They give the Hornets their second loss of the season. But, dude, Montana State looking good, looking strong. And, yeah, man, they're coming in this week, man. I mean, look at the rankings from 10 to 1, courtesy of NCAA.com. From 10 to 6, that is. We have North Central. Crazy to see North Dakota State outside the top 10 at number 11. But we have North Central. We have South Dakota, a team that beat North Dakota State this year. Idaho, the Vandals. Sacramento State has fallen to 7. Delaware. Montana. Here come the Grizzlies. Oh, Montana State's going to be such a good game. And, of course, we have UIW, Furman. So, sorry, from 5 to 1. Montana, UIW, Furman, Montana State, and, of course, the Jacks. San Diego State. Wow. South Dakota State. I'm sorry, Taryn. They're both SDSU, bro. Sorry, forgive me. But
yes.
Anyway, Taryn. Oh man. This week well, first thing before we even get into this week, man, how about last week's games? I mean, what did you think? What did you think of that Montana State game? Do you think that they could have won by more? Do you think that Sacramento State just didn't have the best game? I mean, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I think Montana State really earned that win. I had that matchup circled as a definite matchup to watch for just because it was kind of going to be the true test for either team. Another matchup that kind of caught my eye was Southern Illinois and South Dakota State, where South Dakota State edged Southern Illinois 17-10. And South Dakota State barely remains undefeated, but gotta keep an eye out for Southern Illinois. They were 5-1 going into that game, so the fact that they were able to squeak out a win was quite something.
No, and that's true.
In a defensive battle.
And those are the best ones, dude. Oh my gosh, what a good game there. So good stuff there, Taryn. Didn't mean to cut you off there, brother. But yeah, great stuff, brother. And we have some fun ones. I mean, really, going into this week. I mean, okay. Let me see. Where was I saw a good one earlier because these are just teams that are just kind of smaller, but still going to mention them. I mean, UC Davis and Northern Arizona. That's a game that has fun potential to be a very good game. We had a couple games already played this week that weren't all that great. Just smaller, I guess, in that magnitude. But yeah, I mean, you're going to have some fun games. You really are. Like, looking at the records, I mean, we take a look at some of these. Princeton and Cornell. Cornell's hockey team is freaking doing their thing right now. So, they just won a huge game last night. So, I mean, Cornell's football team looking good here. Montana's going to probably continue to do their thing because they're playing 0-7 Northern Colorado. So, I love it because we get to look now at this point in the season, Taryn. It's not just like the matchup. It's looking at the record and seeing where these teams may end up after they either win or maybe get upset. But Eastern Washington, Portland State, both of them are 3-4. They're middle of the road teams. I don't even know if they're getting in the tournament. But, so just different things like that. We take a look at Montana State. They're playing Idaho. Dude, can you imagine if they get upset by the Vandals on the road? Idaho's a 5-2 school, man. They're not that bad. They're actually pretty. I think they're gonna fight today. I think they're gonna fight Montana State. Do I think they're gonna win? No, but I feel like Montana State, like they can't be too high right now. They just got to continue to go to work, man. Blue collar team, go out there and just work. Go to work. Go to work. Get it done. Earn it. So there's some good ones, man. And of course, coming up in the coming weeks, I mean, we got how many more weeks to go, Taryn? Until oh my gosh, I should have it circled on the calendar. But Montana State's gonna be such a freaking good game. I'm excited for that one, man. I know that's I think like 2 weeks away if I'm not mistaken. I think it's like 2 or maybe 3, but I think it's like 2 weeks away. But
there's 6 more weeks until bowl games, and then there's the All-Star game, and then after that and then eventually we'll get the national championship.
Well, yeah, but okay, so I'll just pull up Montana State's schedule. So, dude, the 18th. So we got, from today, 1, 2, 3 weeks until that game. That's going to be a hell of a game, man, and they're playing away. So the Bobcats are going to be playing over in Missoula. So that's going to be good, man. It's going to be a good fight. Like, this is a good team. Marcus says, the Vandals used to be my squad in NCAA 2014. Hey, that's a fun game. I'll still play that damn game. And, he said, the Vandals, they used to be single A back then before they dropped down to double A. And, found a better fit for them. But, yeah, the Vandals man, that's old school. We had Mikey Apati. Remember him, Taryn? He played for the Niners. He played for the Cardinals, and he played for the Rams. No, he didn't. He played for 4 teams in the. He played for 4 teams in the NFC West except for one, right? He was a Niner. He was a Cardinal. And was he a Ram or a Seahawk?
That is a good question.
Right?
Not sure.
I don't think he was a Ram. I think he was a Seahawk. But yeah, good old Mikey Apati, man. He was a beast, dude. He of course is a. Well, actually, no. I don't know. I think he's retired now. He's got to be like 30 in his late 30s now. But yeah, he's a beast, man. He's a total beast, man. He came out of Idaho and. Monster, man. Monster, dude. He was like freaking like 400 pounds the same night. But he's awesome, man. Neopati was a great dude. He's had a great attitude. But yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he played for every team but the Rams in the NFC West. But anyway, Darren. So yeah, the Vandals, man, good stuff there. But yeah, coming up, man, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't know, the FCS is always fun. But that's what we got to look forward to today and then coming on up. These tournaments are going to be so fun this year, Tam. We're going to be following these things like white on rice.
Yep. And he actually did play for the Seahawks, not the Rams. So, yeah, he played for the Seahawks, Cardinals, and Niners. So,
yeah. Dude is awesome. Dude is awesome. So.
And it's just those teams. He only played for those 3 teams and not 4 teams.
Got it. Yeah, he played for 3 out of the 4 in the NFC West. So, anyway, man. So, moving on into this week, the single A. Dude, single A. Funny, Marcus already talked about it. He says, y'all going to have me rooting for the Buffaloes today against the Bruins. Well, that's the game of the week, so we're going to get into that a little bit later. But Taryn, this last past week, dude, I just, oh my gosh, there were some good ones, but number 3 Ohio State over number 7 Penn State, 20-12. We didn't think anything different was going to happen. Are you surprised that Penn State didn't win this game by more, or do you think it's right where it should have been?
I think it's kind of right where it should have been, just because when it comes to Penn State, they're kind of more of a defensive team, and Ohio State doesn't really have that offensive firepower that it did back when they had C.J. Stroud. So I thought it was kind of in the range where I thought it would be. I knew it was going to be an ugly game between 2 really good teams, and eventually Ohio State just edged out Penn State. I forgot to mention that there was a matchup to watch for in the FCS. South Dakota State at South Dakota.
Oh, crap. How did we forget that one? The 2 teams that beat North Dakota State. I like that.
Yeah.
Yes. The Fighting Hawks.
Jackson the Coyote.
Oh, you gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. Yeah, no, you said North Dakota, right?
No, South Dakota State versus South Dakota.
That's right. The Coyotes and the
The,
Jacks.
the SmackDown in South Dakota.
Giving it a name. I love it. Good stuff there, Taryn. But yeah, that should be a fun game to watch for sure today. But yeah, Taryn, McCord, let's see how this youngster does. He went 22 for 35 last week, 286, one touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr., of course, doing what we know he was going to do. 11 receptions for 160 yards, one touchdown. Dude went off. We get it. Ohio State's a big-time school. Penn State's just not up to par with them, and that's that. So, Darren, were you at all surprised that UCF damn near beat number 6 Oklahoma last week? Because I was.
Kinda. I mean, UCF is nowhere near the team that it was back a few years ago. But maybe Oklahoma just had a little bit of a Texas hangover, because you also got to remember they were on bye last week, so they had an extended Red River rivalry hangover. So that might have been the case. It might have been some rust. So honestly, maybe that kind of factored in. But all in all, it was a little surprising.
It was, because there were some crazy ones last week, dude. There were some really crazy ones. I mean, we talked about that one. I was very surprised that Oregon, number 9 Oregon, had a good game it seemed like kind of a down game for them, man. Washington State had a good game. The Cougs, 38-24. I know it was still a loss, but that should have been way worse. Regardless, man, Washington State comes out and does it. Alabama, man, they were on the ropes for a while versus Tennessee, and then Tennessee just kind of fell apart as per usual, and then Alabama just kind of did what they do. But yeah, I mean, once again, weird seeing Alabama also at number 11, like North Dakota State at number 11 at the moment in the FCS. But Alabama taking care of business over Tennessee, 34-20. But yeah, man, there were some good ones last week to take a look at. I mean, North Texas actually fought, pretty well. The Mean Green, but these fools, man, number 23 Tulane, it was a good game, man. 35-28. The Mean Green gave a game. Minnesota, dude, how about the Golden Gophers knocking off number 24 Iowa, 12-10 defensive game, Big Ten type of, Big Ten football there. Some fun stuff. SC will be in the mix of that pretty soon. Another game that I thought was insane was number 8 Texas winning by a touchdown over the Houston Cougars. Darren, this last week was a crazy one. It really was. But then you have the games that were like, okay, we are who they thought they were. Number 2 Michigan just blowing the doors off Spartans, man. 49-0. Paul Bunyan Trophy. I think it stays in Ann Arbor. I don't know how many years it's been there, but yeah, they got it done there. Another one, Ole Miss nearly losing to Auburn. Number 13 Ole Miss, they defeated them 28-21 on the road. Good game for them. But yeah, number 25 UCLA. I know you talked about this on SoCal Stream Sports Show, but yeah, Darren. I mean, Stanford just falling apart this year. UCLA is taking full advantage of it, which is good for them. 42-7, knocking them around. And then another crazy Pac-12 game. Washington, number 5 Washington, defeating Arizona State 15-7. Defensive game there. It was pretty fun. Virginia over number 10 North Carolina. Just makes you wonder, are they for real? Like, come on, man. North Carolina, this isn't basketball. Like, is this a for real good number 10 team, or did they just somehow land there? And now Virginia, a team that's not that good at all, defeated them 31-27. I mean, I don't know. This was a crazy week last week, man. Any comments on any of these games? Oh, well, of course, there's a few that we haven't gotten to yet. The game of the week, of course, number 4 Florida, defeating Duke 38-20. Good game there for the Seminoles. They did it. Kind of knew that would happen. Duke just, they're there, but they're not there. Once again, is it the basketball school thing? I don't know. Just kidding. And, of course, our beloved Trojans just looking like total crap on defense. Caleb Williams can't be enough because he's one guy, okay? Offense is starting to look kind of suspect because the defense can't seem to do anything. And number 14 Utah, did what the Bears did to the Raiders. They started some dude that they just signed yesterday, and he got the victory, 34 to 20 to 32. The USC Trojans are done for the year. It's over. It's completely over. So, Darren, all the thoughts.
Yeah, Utah was able to beat USC with their third string quarterback as Bryson Barnes. USC made Bryson Barnes look like Joe Montana, and that was just disgusting. And then as for Texas, basically going down to the wire with Houston, well, I'll just say this. They also had a bye following the Red River rivalry. So I think Oklahoma and Texas had a bit of a case of the Red River rivalry extended hangover. So I think it was just more so. And you got to remember that Houston and UCF are both newcomers to the Big 12, and they want their best shots against the big timers. Because you also got to remember, Oklahoma and Texas are leaving for the SEC, and then once they're gone, then they're going to be taking on the big boys in the SEC. So I think it's kind of the last hurrah for some of these Big 12 teams that want to basically take down the juggernauts such as Texas and Oklahoma.
You hit it on the head, Aaron. Definitely just some what the crap going on. I'm sorry, I don't mean to hang on the USC thing, but Marcus even says here in the chat room, he says, so disgusting on defense. All these 4 and 5 star players, and we can't stop a nosebleed. Jesus, he says in the chat room. He says, bring back Coach O and let him run the D. And I am so fun. I don't know why the hell we let go of Coach O in the first place. I loved that guy, man. He would have been amazing at SC. But anyway, I don't know. I've been hearing so much too, like YouTube videos and everything. Lincoln Riley is just really trying to get his cash cow into the NFL, in a sense. And that's it. He's, planning on leaving soon and everything, I guess, or probably speculation. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. But if that's the case, then gosh damn it. I mean, seriously, I get it. Everyone's trying to move up, get into certain positions and everything. But stop it, man. Stop it. How does he even look good right now to NFL teams if you can't even freaking beat a second or third string gosh damn quarterback from Utah? I mean, I'm just saying, man. Like, get your team together, bro. Because this USC team is garbage. They are garbage. There's nothing good about this team right now. Caleb Williams is, I don't know. It's just weird. I don't see him repeating this year for Heisman. Everything is just bad right now. And,
yeah, he wasn't really flashy, but at least he didn't have that performance against Notre Dame.
True. But Darren, it's sad, man. SC had all potential in the world. I love what he says here. All these Marcus once again, all these 4 and 5 star players, and we can't stop a nosebleed. And it's the truth, man. Where are all these cats, man? There's so many freaking beasts, man. So many studs on this team. And these fools, all these Tarzans turn into Jane real fast, man. That's all there is to it. I mean, I don't get it. These cats don't look like they want to play no more. A couple more games, and I'll tell you right now, man, the one game now, looking at SC, the one game right now, the one that they all have, because you can't beat anybody else. I mean, Cal today, I hope to God they win that game, okay? But USC is now number 24. They're just bad, okay? We got Washington next week, Oregon, UCLA. Taryn, this does not look good, dude. I hate to say it, but the way USC has been playing, this could be the last win of the season playing Cal today if they win. Because I'll tell you right now, Washington ain't playing that crap. Oregon is not playing that crap.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And it also, didn't help that Bear Alexander of USC got a targeting penalty and he got ejected. Yeah. I know many people are going to speculate that was a questionable call, but honestly, that it shouldn't have come down to that. And it also doesn't help for USC giving up like a long little first down off of a quarterback keeper, which eventually puts Utah in the field goal range.
Which is insane. I just nothing going right for these guys. And I'll tell you right now, like I said, I love my team very much, but come on, man. Like, I'm telling you, Washington, and this, I guess once again, Taryn, I'm gonna take jabs every chance I get. fools over here talking about the Pac-12 is weak. The Pac-12, I mean, get up out of here. The Pac-12 is weak. Then the Big Ten is weak. You got 3 freaking teams that are relevant in the Big Ten. The rest of them suck. Look at the Pac-12, man. All these great teams. And Washington, yeah, they're so bad. You got 2 teams in the top 10. And 4 or 5 teams? 6 teams altogether in the top 25? Oh, yeah, but they're so bad, right? So I just think it's kind of funny, you know. The Pac-12 teams are going to make the Big Ten better, all right. But dude, come on, man. Like Washington, Oregon, and even ugly UCLA, dude. I'm telling you, man. I don't see it. I don't see SC winning any of these games if they play like they've been. I mean, the Notre Dame game, they were pitiful. They could have played that game so much better. But it starts from the beginning, man. I'm not going to go on a big old rant here about SC, but just got to do this really fast. Yeah, you give up, you blow out San Jose State, but giving up 28 points was a red flag. You beat down Nevada, but they're not even that good, okay? Let's be real. Except for San Diego State thinks they're pretty good. But kidding. Freaking Aztecs. But anyway, they beat down Stanford, but Stanford gets beat down by everybody this season apparently. You give up 28 points to Arizona State. You freaking find a way to fall apart versus Colorado and have to dogfight after being up by so much, but the defense just pulls the SC and gives up everything. Okay, nearly the loss. Arizona was just oh my gosh, that game made me sick. But yes, stupid defense, nearly lost that game again. Notre Dame walked all over us, and SC looked terrible. Last week, Utah had no business beating us, but guess what? They did. Today, I don't know, man. The USC's favored by 10. If Cal pulls this off this season, I don't know, dude. USC's completely done for the year. But pretty sure SC will win this game. But like I said, these next 3 games, man, Washington, Oregon, and UCLA, I can tell you right now, man, I'm legitimately worried about those games, Taryn. Legitimately worried.
Yeah, USC's got to reevaluate some of their coordinators, mainly on defense. Like, this is ridiculous. They can't keep rolling with the same thing because their defense is what is holding them back from actually achieving their true potential of being a contender. And it's going to hold them back in the Big Ten.
Yeah. I can't believe this. You're going to have all these other flourishing teams going into the Big Ten. Oregon, Washington, UCLA, because UCLA is getting it right now. I know those 2 other teams they're going right. Oregon and Washington, they're going to the Big Ten. So
yes.
So anyway, Taryn, moving on to this week. I know we're running out of time here, but anyway, let's take a look at some of these ranked on ranked games. Have some fun here today with them. Let's see, who do we even have? So all right, number 8 Oregon taking on number 13 Utah. 6.5 point team here, man. Oregon is favored. What do you think?
Hold on.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, Oregon versus Utah. I gotta go with Oregon. If Utah had Cam Rising, I'd definitely pick Utah, but I think Oregon will definitely beat the Utes. I think Oregon, to me, has the coaching and the firepower. I know Kyle Whittingham is a fantastic coach, but I think Dan Lanning has his program going in the right direction.
He does. This kid Barnes is looking good for Utah, but yeah, man, I think Oregon will win this game. But regardless, Utah should give them a really good fight. That'd be nice to see. Number 20 Duke taking on number 18 Louisville, man. Duke coming in at 5-2, Louisville coming in at 6-1. Louisville served by 6 points at home. What do you think?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it is.
But I got Louisville.
Yeah, I think Louisville's going to win this thing, too. 2 basketball schools. I'm just kidding. No. Well, Louisville's kind of football, too. But anyway, good stuff there. But yeah, that's really it, dude. We don't really have anything else that's ranked on ranked, of course, coming up. We have our Trojans playing Cal today. Florida taking on Wake Forest. Number 4, Florida taking on Wake Forest, that is. Number 6, Oklahoma taking on Kansas. I mean, there's some good ones. Georgia and Florida. Number 1, Georgia, and 5-2 Florida. That could be a sleeper. We don't know. I guess, all these different games. But yeah, also number 3, Ohio State and Wisconsin. Maybe a good game. I don't know. But I do know that the game of the week, Taryn, coming up today on ABC, Prime. Oh, it's going to be a fun one, man. 4-3 Colorado. They have had some games this year, man. They have had some games this year that could have gone their way, like the SC game. Okay, because a few things went wrong, and my goodness, they would have a loss. Prime and this team are a few big plays away from being either 6-1 or undefeated, man. This is a very good team right now, and they come together at the right time. Yes, they implode sometimes, but you know what? Overall, he has them playing pretty good. And then number 23, UCLA at 5-2, man. UCLA is actually favored by 15 points. Taryn, we talked all about this yesterday or a couple days ago on the SoCal Sports Show, brother. You did an amazing job, and yeah, man. Please deliver a little bit of that on this show here today. Give us your take, man.
So UCLA is still in a little bit of a quarterback merry-go-round. They're not sure if they're going to start Dante Moore or Ethan Garbers. Last week, it was Ethan Garbers against Stanford, which he actually had to face his former high school teammate that he actually threw to, John Humphreys, who I actually have a picture of. But for UCLA Colorado, here's my thing. Can UCLA put together a full 4 quarters, and can they actually play complete football and not have any turnovers? They did not have a turnover against Stanford, but that's Stanford. Colorado is pretty solid, but my thing is, can they actually play clean? Because if they play clean, they're solid and they're going to win. But if they don't, they may be a little bit, they may actually lose. And they also got to get Carson Steele involved in terms of the run game. So I have UCLA winning. I think the Bruins can pull off the win. I don't think they're going to win by 15 points. I think it's going to be a little bit of an ugly game. I think it's going to be tight early on, and then UCLA is going to eventually pull away.
Good analysis. I believe the same thing. It should be a good game to start. It really should. I really feel that both these teams are going to come out firing. Damn it, Taryn. It's that point in the season, dude. November is here. November is here, man. Halloween's next Tuesday. November is coming. November is coming in hot. It is here. We are 4 freaking days, including today, away from November. And you already know, Taryn, once November hits, the season just goes, man. Like, we are into full blast. I feel like the weeks just pick up, man. Thanksgiving gets here super quick. And by the time we're Thanksgiving, it's it. We're bowl season time. We're ready to get into those final games. I mean, it is without a doubt just that time of year where you either put up or shut up. And right now, I feel like UCLA is putting up right now, man. Colorado, they're in their first year with Prime, and I don't know if he ever intends to play, to coach in the NFL. Maybe not. I don't know. But what I do know is that if he stays for a while, oh my gosh, like he's gonna have Colorado a powerhouse. And they're just going to hit their stride. They're going to come up soon. UCLA right now, take advantage of it. Chip Kelly, take advantage of it. Let's see what they do. This is going to be a good game. I think UCLA is going to run away with it too, like you said. Let me see. They're favored by what? They're favored by 15 points. I think they might cover that. I don't know at some point during the game, but maybe not. Maybe not. Actually, no. You know what? Silly me. Colorado plays too damn good. Maybe not. I think it should be a really close game. Close enough. There's some point, like you said, they will pull away. I think, but overall, man, just a really good game here. And honestly, man, let's just cheer on football because we have some fun stuff coming up. And dang it, I'm excited for it, bros. Cue that music, man. We're up out of here. My goodness. We got some great football coming our way. Taryn, how about this week, man? Got some CIF Southern Section playoffs coming on up. We got all kinds of fun stuff coming on up. So many great things in high school football. We got some big matches for us coming up. All these different sanctioning bodies, conferences. We got November is coming. The next time we're on air, we're in November. And boy, it's going to get better and better.
Yeah, I think it's fun times right now. And the CIF Southern Section playoff brackets are released tomorrow at 10 a.m. And basically, it's just a waiting game for the at-larges. I can't imagine the players and coaches that are just waiting and just hoping that their team gets in, because there are some scenarios that could leave them out of the playoffs.
Definitely good. Any last words for our listeners today, Terry?
I think not necessarily, except Kentucky-Tennessee is going to be a really good matchup. You got to love that rivalry. Yeah.
That is definitely going to be fun, man. That's for sure. Big ups to our chat room today at Martinsville, Craig, Jim B. You'll be listening to the podcast partner. You guys are amazing. Dude. Thank you so much for being a part of us. Follow our show at 3 Outs, lots of stuff on there as always, our college stuff. Check us out, y'all. iSports Radio everywhere. You take a look. All social media, website, iSportsRadio.com, iSportsRadio.com/shop. Check us out. Check out our sponsor, Plain Jerky, PlainJerky.net. It's definitely goes better than iSports Radio. Then Planet Jerky. Like watching football going on. Delicious. Well, that's going to do it for us today, y'all. My boy, Terry Rodriguez. For me, your boy, Larry B. We will see y'all next week. Until then, take care. And as always, God bless.